Brett Favre, okay, has been doing the TMZ interview round, I guess. I don't know if this is the first time, if he just did one show and there's been 3 different cuts from it, or if he's working for TMZ Sports and just every day time he goes on, something comes out of it. He's wearing like a gamer headset on these TMZ Sports interviews. Obviously, this offseason has been a big one for Brett Favre. He had to give back like $2 million or something like that to the Mississippi Board of Education or something like that, which he gladly did. Very good for Brett Favre. He said, no problem. We watched him hit a golf ball 390 yards last year. Brett Favre is now hitting a little bit of the media circuit, and the little bit of the media circuit is only TMZ Sports. So I have no idea how this is happening, but I am happy he's doing it because he's saying some things that are obviously great to hear from Brett Favre, and then he says some things where it's like Brett Favre doesn't 100% understand what's going on and just wants to kind of say the right thing. And in this particular case, that was it. So Brett Favre said that Jordan Love and Aaron Rodgers are potentially going to be on the field at the exact same time. There we go. And that Jordan Love could potentially have a Taysom Hill role for the Packers. Now, if you just look at the stats a little bit, you can see Jordan Love is not a running quarterback. Okay, Dan Orlovsky went on some run this morning on Get Up after getting absolutely buried by Booger McFarland and Dan Maziano. The thought of Jordan Love, though, his running stats, he averages like 2 yards a carry in college. He was not a running quarterback. So the thought that they're bringing him in to be a mobile quarterback is what Brett Favre was like, well, that has to be the only way this makes sense. He's got to be a running quarterback and they'd see what Taysom Hill's doing. Turns out that's not right. That is not how Jordan Love plays at all. Now, granted, maybe he wasn't being used right at Utah State, which is why Utah State coaches are potentially Utah State coaches. So maybe he will end up being right. But all stats and accounts point at that not being the case and them just wanting to force Aaron Rodgers the hell out of Green Bay as fast as possible. Ain't that right, Diggs?
Yeah, he was a 3-year starter and played 13 games each year. He ran for 165 yards, 63 yards, and 175 yards in those separate years. So I just don't see him being the next Lamar Jackson, Taysom Hill for the Green Bay Packers.
And Booger McFarland said it right, too. If you look at the way Taysom Hill is built, he's built like a spark plug. Okay, he's thick. He's a wide body, big, long hair with a big body. Shout out Uncle Sam. He's a wide body. He's got a thick core, and he takes a lot of tight end. He takes hits. He's on kickoff team. He's taking hits. He is also a running back. He does everything, and he takes some hits while also being able to throw. Jordan Love is not built like that. Jordan Love is not built to take some hits. Jordan Love is not built to go run in between the tackles, which Taysom Hill does sometimes. It's a completely different ball game, which makes you wonder if that is the thought that Brett Favre had. Maybe it was the same thought that old LaFleur thought too. And then Gunther couldn't no, the guy doesn't run actually. He doesn't run at all. We won't be able to use him for at least 4 years at this point.
I mean, I love Brett Favre. Love Brett Favre more than most, but I mean, he's kind of a moron.
Whoa!
He is. Brett Favre just needs to shut up. He has been doing this all offseason. We get over the draft, and then Brett says, "Oh, what the hey? I'll just go drop a bomb, and everyone will be pissed again." Oh shucks. I mean, Brett, not doing a whole lot of research. That's not new. I mean,
I didn't know what a nickel defense was
exactly.
until year 5.
You should just get out there and sling it. I mean, so I love Favre, but enough of this crap, okay? And the only time I want to see Jordan Love and Rodgers on the field next year together is if Jordan Love's lining up in the slot, all right?
Or celebrating after a game.
Yeah. NFC Championship.
Line him up in the slot, teach him how to run a slant or two, and maybe we can consider this. But Brett, just take it easy, pal, all right?
Are you out on Brett Favre?
I will never be out on Brett
Favre. Sure sounds like you're out on Brett Favre.
No, this is the kind of stuff I expect from Brett Favre.
What's that?
Just hayseed tendencies.
What's that?
What's a hayseed?
He's kind of a hayseed.
What?
He is. I mean,
what does that even mean for the people?
He's out on the farm wearing Wranglers. He's probably got a long piece of straw coming out of his mouth.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I love Favre, but he's kind of a country bumpkin.
Last night I saw a commercial, him and Jerry Rice, they were wearing the copper fit back sleeve. Did you see that one? It's his newest thing. He had the glove, the copper fit glove on and the elbow thing while throwing a slant to Jerry Rice in the backfield, taking on a couple country dudes wearing jeans and stuff like that. I mean, next level. Brett Favre's still doing it. Now he's working for TMZ, dropping these bombs on stuff that he's obviously studied tremendously. I mean, I like that Brett Favre continues use it, Doc, because for me, it gives me a point just to look at you and say,
Yeah.
well, how do you feel about this, Ty? Owner of the Green Bay Packers, Ty Schmidt. You got to feel great about
I
this.
mean, I respect Brett stirring the pot. He's earned the right to do that much, but again,
Hey, if the Packers bring in Cam Newton, do you care?
no, because he's backing up Rodgers.
Bingo. They draft Jordan Love in the first round, though. How do you feel?
I hate it. I don't love it.
Still hate it to this day. June 30th. Everybody thought that maybe we overreacted and maybe Mad Mel Kiper kind of went crazy a little bit. But June 30th, if you're looking around the league at moves that are being made by top teams, okay, Patriots need a franchise quarterback. They bring one. Tampa Bay Buccaneers allegedly going to bring in Antonio Brown. Mike Lombardi said that on this show yesterday. He alluded heavily to it. Then somebody last night on Mad Dog Sports Radio, some guy, he alluded to it as well. So there must be some sort of conversation with Antonio Brown coming in. They paid Tom Brady to get Blaine Gabbert as a back. Everybody seems to be getting – the San Francisco 49ers lose one offensive tackle. They bring in another Pro Bowl offensive tackle. They bring in – Deebo Samuel gets hurt. They're going to bring in another – it feels like every team that's at the top is getting better somehow. And what have the Green Bay Packers done? Legitimately, what have the Green Bay Packers done to get better?
Well, they're getting ready for it 5 years from now.
Oh,
that's right.
And I'm gonna bitch and moan about this until Jordan Love proves that he's better than Rodgers, which is gonna be a while. So get comfortable hearing me bitch and moan about this draft. They didn't do anything to help him this year.
Jordan Love. We've learned about his story a little bit more. Mm-hmm. This is not Jordan Love's fault.
Not at all.
No.
But Jordan Love is going to be compared to Aaron Rodgers right there. His entire career, everything he does is going to be compared to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is who it's going to be compared to. That sucks for him. But if we know anything about him, kid's got resolve, kid's got grit, maybe he'll be able to do it. But at that point, 4 years from now, who knows if LaFleur is even going to be the coach anymore?
True.
Who knows if Gutekunst is even going to be there anymore? If they implode in the next 3 years, which is very possible, 3 years in the NFL might as well be 2 decades in the NFL. Yeah. If they completely implode in the next 3 years for whatever reason, Gutekunst and LaFleur are both going to be gone with this first-round draft pick, Jordan Love, that's supposed to be the next guy. What if the next guy doesn't like him? He flips him out. I mean, it was a wild decision to make in 2020 in the state of the NFL right now, where if you don't win now, you're potentially gone. That's just the way it is. For them to do the 4-year ahead plan or the 3-year ahead plan, incredibly noble move. You know, I'm thinking about the franchise, thinking about the future. But boy, you're in the NFC Championship last year, and now you've done nothing to get
Hall
better.
of Fame quarterback. You know, a couple years left. He's not really showing any signs of sliding. Let's go ahead and just stab him in the back of the throat. And
15
throw his
minutes.
body in the river.
15 minutes after the hour.